from where you at. I came here for vengeance, watch your back. No need to defend, I'm on attack. Sorry they can't reply, but I guarantee they had a blast. Pop, 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 I be on the next to only ya. I am fresh to death.
This whole editing and putting together a series that is in chronological order has been very interesting because I'm a meathead and I do not do well with technology, cameras. I don't understand all the ins and outs of it, but I'm figuring it out. And I have been figuring it out more and more with more things because I'm doing the vlog, I'm doing my podcast, and now I also have another podcast, the Classic Physique Radio. So I'm the one running all of my own content, and now Classic Physique Radio's content. So I am knee deep in the social media game right now. So before I do anything else today, I just want to say thank you to everyone who is watching this. I've had a couple people message me or come up to me at the gym and say that they've been watching the vlog, and I do really, really appreciate that. You know, I've really started to heavily invest into doing content on YouTube because I think it is definitely the channel where like the most money can be made. I'm not flashy and catchy enough on YouTube, and I don't care to, or on Instagram, and I don't care to be, in order to get the millions of views that are on there. And like even on here, I'm not expecting to get this massive viewership. But if it's something that I can build towards where I can make at least some side cash or something with this YouTube, it would be great. So I'm going to keep on doing this. So again, I appreciate everyone who's supporting and watching these things. It does mean a ton to me. It does not go unnoticed. Morning supplements going down. I had Everett last night. So I got up, got him ready, got him off to school, came back, immediately hit cardio. It's already 8 o'clock now, so. Not a big deal today because I'm gonna rest. So thinking through this weekend, as I think I told y'all in the check-in video yesterday, I'm going out of town today. I'm going down to Houston. So that means I need to pack and do a bunch of stuff. And I only have 2 more days of training this week. So if I train today and then rest tomorrow, I'm not taking advantage of being able to go train at the gyms down in Houston, train at Labrada HQ, train with my friends, see my buddies, that kind of thing, kind of shoot the shit and enjoy some of that time. So gonna rest today. I took a full rest day yesterday, did no cardio yesterday and just did steps. But today I did cardio this morning. I'm gonna hit my steps, and then otherwise I'm gonna be chilling and getting ready to go down to Houston. So this is gonna be the first video where I get to show you guys how I get prepared in order to go on a trip. And one of the things that I have to do before I fucking forget to do this, because I should have done this earlier, is thaw some chicken. I don't have chicken. Okay, well, that actually works out. So, don't have chicken. So what I'm going to end up doing now is going to the grocery store, getting some chicken, which is good because now I don't have to thaw it and wait for it. I can go grab the chicken, come back, grill it, and then just be done with it versus having to do it later this evening after it's thawed. So I can do that before Everett gets back home from school and get myself prepared. So just going to show you guys how I go through this process of getting myself ready to go out of town in order to still stay on plan. And I have not done this since my prep in 2023, which was mostly just travel down to Houston to see my girlfriend, to spend time with the Labrada crew, that kind of thing. And really it's just planning ahead, bringing the things that you need in order to be on plan. That's it. Brittany and I, I'm sure, will enjoy a meal off or something on Friday or Saturday. Our anniversary comes up in October, and with as hectic as I'm about to be travel-wise, I'm not sure that we're going to get to do anything specifically, like go enjoy and celebrate our anniversary. So we're kind of considering this an early anniversary thing for us. It's crazy that woman's put up with me for 3 years. I love you, Brittany. So we're going to do that this weekend with the Shane Gillis thing. So I dropped my food yesterday, as you guys saw. I increased my cardio earlier this week, so shouldn't be a problem, especially since like the trend that I've already had the last 2 weeks has been weight increase and then it drops back down immediately. And next part of the routine is the usual creatine. I'm doing approximately 10 grams. I say approximately because, let's be honest, I'm not going to weigh that out. I'm just going to scoop it and trust that they got their measurements right. I'm not that anal about this. 5 grams of glutamine and some good old fiber. Just going to do a half scoop of the fiber. It's a chocolate flavor. So there, for anyone who wants to know, there is 7 grams of fiber in 1 scoop. So I'm just getting a very small amount of fiber here in the morning. Just kind of keep things moving. I might end up bumping, I'm probably going to end up bumping that up to a whole scoop now. Because the reason I was just doing a partial scoop is it was enough to keep my stomach moving without backing me up. I noticed with all the oatmeal that I was eating 100 grams of oatmeal in the morning. There's a lot of fiber in that. There's a lot of fiber in the fruit that I'm having. So if I had too much, I'd get backed up. But like this small little bit was enough to get my stomach moving with my coffee in the morning. So now that the oatmeal is almost in half, it's at 60 grams instead of 100, I'll probably go ahead and just bump that fiber up. Apparently, today is going to be shirtless vlog recording. I knocked out my check-ins that I've already gotten. There's a couple more came in, but I've already gotten them messages over quickly. So I'm going to eat breakfast and then sit down, send them a video, and then head up to the grocery store to get the few things that I need. But I just got back from a walk with the dog, and I don't know if it's just the slew. Well, it's definitely not just the slew, but I took slew after cardio before I sat down to do check-ins, and like I'm sweating while I'm doing check-ins, and then I go outside. It's like mid-80s already, and I was drenched in sweat, so I wanted to take my shirt off when I got home. It is now 10:05, so it is time for meal 1, which you guys already know what that is. So oatmeal is 60 grams now. Peanut butter is still 25. Honey is now 10. And blueberries are at 100. Still getting my 2 eggs. And I'm supposed to have veggies with this, but I'm out. So that's why I'm going to the grocery store. Got my free-range eggs. Yes, they're more expensive. No, I don't know if they're actually that much better, but I like the flavor. They taste better than the other ones. Scoop out the peanut butter on the scale. I'm sure I've talked about this before, but I scoop it out on the scale so that I can very easily weigh it out. Make sure I've got the right amount coming out of the jar, and then I pour the honey in. 10 grams is a lot less than what it was. That goes quick, there we go. But I don't want to get rid of the honey because this is my first meal before the gym. I want to have something, like oatmeal doesn't really digest that quick. So having the honey in there gives me a little bit of just fast acting carbs along with the fruit so that I can get a good lift. And even though today is a rest day, the honey makes my oatmeal taste better. So I think people really overly freak out about sugar. I don't think that we need to have hundreds of grams of sugar a day, but a little bit of sugar in the diet is not going to be a problem, especially if it's things like honey, fruits, those sorts of things. Like when it comes from processed foods and it's like pure, just white sugar, then yeah, it's definitely not the best option. But at the end of the day, I can still lose body fat while still having that sugar first thing in the morning. It's not a problem. The main driver of me losing weight is a calorie deficit, right? And that is it. So if I wanted to eat sugar all day, I could technically. My food volume would be insanely low and I would be very hungry. So not going to do that. I mentioned that I had some stuff on the way from Authentic Aminos. So one of the things that I will be adding into the mix now is L-Carnitine. And what I am going to do with that, the AOD, I only have a little bit left of it. And it's been okay. I mean, I'm getting good progress here, but it's not like there's anything that it's adding that is substantially better than the other things that I've tried. So I'm going to put the carnitine in. AOD and carnitine will actually work really well together because carnitine helps shuttle fat to be used. The AOD helps liberate fat from the cell. So it actually pulls fat out of the cell, puts it in the bloodstream, and then the carnitine will help shuttle it. So they'll work really well together. So I did 500 micrograms of AOD this morning, and then I did 500 milligrams of carnitine this morning. And then on training days, I'm going to do another 500 pre-workout. So I'm going to do a pin of carnitine before I go to the gym so that it's in my system. Just kind of ramp things up a little bit more there, get my body burning a little bit more fat. And then he did send me some more 5-amino, 1MQ. And once that AOD comes out, the 5-amino will go in. And then that's how I will finish out this cut on the back half. I'm just kind of curious to see what happens there. He also sent me some Selank, Semax, and D-Sip, which are nasals. For D-Sip is for sleep. Selank and Semax are both for brain boosting functions. Selank helps a little bit more with anxiety. Semax helps a little bit more with focus and memory. So got some more of those, and that really the only change that's happening right now is carnitine's going in. Breakfast is done. And gonna run up to HEB right quick and go ahead and go get some groceries and stuff while Everett is not with me. Yeah, so that's about it. I don't even have much to say here, but I don't have to get a ton of things because I'm obviously not going to be here, but I need to bring some stuff that, like, it just doesn't really make sense to have to grab it from the store once I get there. I might get some things when I'm up there, like vegetables. I'm only got, I don't know what, I'll explain all that later, but gonna run up to HEB now and come back and do some more work, basically. I'm hopeful that I am in frame. I think I am. It's kind of hard to see the thing, but it's time to grill us some chicken. It's 11:40 now. I went to the grocery store, and then I got to go meet someone to drop my dog off with to watch him for the weekend, so I got to meet them up at the gym, so I'm going to try to knock this out before I go meet her. I've got this thing down here. This is a charcoal grill, and this uses lump charcoal, so it's not just like the kind that you use. You don't put lighter fluid and all that kind of stuff on it. You have to use a different type of heating device. Put the lump charcoal in there, which is literally like chunks of wood. And then this thing will get nice and hot, and it doesn't take very long to grill my chicken, but I just really like the way it tastes. It's a real smoky taste, and it's fantastic. So gonna show you guys just what I do to prep my chicken. It's extremely basic, and I know that people are gonna be like, that's all you do? Like, I don't put seasoning on it, I just trim the fat and that's it. So gonna let this heat up and I'll show you how I prep the chicken. Okay. Time to prep the chicken. When I got it back from the grocery store, I just left it out on the counter. I didn't put it back in the refrigerator because I literally just walked in the door. So it's not super cold, which is good. I want it to be closer to room temperature when I go to put it on the grill. That way it doesn't have to start from a super cold spot. So, and that's literally all I do is I trim the fat off of this. That grill gets hot enough to where I don't have to split these breasts, because if I split them, it would end up cooking them too fast, and then they get really hard and dry out a lot. And I can't buy chicken breasts that are too thin. I've bought some that are just too small sometimes, and that grill just fries them. It just, no matter what I do, it just gets too hot for really thin breasts, and it's kind of difficult to keep at a low temperature, if I'm going to be honest. It's a little bit old. I got it secondhand from somebody else. They gave it to me as a gift, so that was very much appreciated. So I'm not going to complain too much, but it's just old, and the ventilation on it isn't amazing. So sometimes getting it hot enough is a problem. Sometimes getting it too hot is a problem. And I've tried to play around with it a lot, but there's a lot of things that are falling off and missing and so forth from the grill. But I mean, it's a rather expensive grill that I got for free, so I don't feel like buying another version of it that I can handle better right now. Maybe in the future I'll buy one, but right now it's working just fine. All right, so that's all I do is I trim the fat off the breasts, and that's it. So I just get any extra fat off of it. I have seasoned my chicken in the past before putting it on the grill, and it is good. But just right now, especially with the cut, like, I just don't want the extra stuff. I don't want anything that's going to irritate my stomach. I don't want any, like, it's so hard to find seasonings that don't have sugar and stuff, and ordering some shit online, I don't really care. I've always been more of a sauce guy anyways, so like, you guys have seen how I make my food. Like, if I have a chicken or rice meal on my rest days instead of my cream of rice, like, I usually use like a little bit of a marinade type sauce on it, and then I don't really need seasoning for the chicken. And then my wrap has like the goat cheese and the Melinda's hot sauce that gives it flavor. So like, I don't really need seasoning. So I just put salt on when I'm making my meal. And then as the grill gets hot, what I'll end up doing is using this thermometer. So it's a meter 2, like the company's name is here, meter 2. And this is the meter 2 plus. I don't know why this thing isn't. There we go. The meter 2. This thing is awesome. It is just a meat thermometer. It connects to my phone via Bluetooth. So once the grill is about ready, I will take the thermometer off, stick it into the one of the breasts. I'll usually pick out the biggest one because that one will take the longest to cook. Any that are smaller than that, I'll usually take them off a few minutes earlier. But that has helped me make this chicken way better. It holds longer. It doesn't lose like the moisture. It doesn't get all dry and stuff. So using that has been fantastic. But for right now, I just need to wait for the grill to heat up, and I can show you guys the app that comes with the meter to show you how I'm able to know when to take my food off and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna let the grill heat up now. And chicken is now done. It is resting. While it cools off a little bit. Perfectly brown and golden. A little bit of char on the ends of them, but whatever. It'll survive. So that's done. I have enough rice to last me through the rest of the day and the next couple of days. So I'll just take that with me, use the rest of that, bring the rice that I have in the rice cooker, and make more when I need it. Next thing I need to do is take the dog to the dog sitter, and then I'm gonna have to start packing and stuff, but we'll see if I do that before I go get Everett, depending on like when she says she's ready to pick up Marley. So gonna just sit down for a little bit and take a deep breath. Dog is dropped off. It is almost 2 o'clock, and I'm gonna pack. I have about an hour and a half before I need to go get my son. So I would rather get this done now than wait until he gets home from school and then try to do it while he's running around. I'd rather spend some time with him, so I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out now. This is obviously the easiest portion, is just packing clothes and stuff, toiletries, like all the normal things that you'd need. All the rest of the packing is what I'll show you that'll be the more important. The only thing that I have to think about when it comes to these trips is like clothes that I'm gonna bring, because I will be shooting content with the Labrada Pro Series team, so I'm gonna wear Labrada Pro Series gear, and I'll be at the Labrada headquarters. So even if there's a day where we're not shooting content, but I have something on, they want to get a picture, they want to get a video, or whatever they want to do, it's just better for me to be prepared. So I typically just take a lot of Labrada stuff, but I need to bring some nice clothes too, since me and Brittany are going probably to eat and go see Shane Gillis. Nice clothes, meaning fucking jeans and a nicer t-shirt than this baggy thing, but I'll show you guys once I start putting extra stuff in here like food and whatnot. Clothes are all packed. I have a very small amount of cream of rice left, so they're all getting just jammed into a bag, and I'm bringing these with me. I'll probably end up like combining them together while I'm waiting for my next order to come in. Just finish those off so there's not just like small little bits of cream of rice sitting around over here waiting to be used and not. Glutamine, creatine going in the bag since I take those every morning. Fiber, revive sleep, because that stuff is a godsend. My L-Carnitine and apigenin, which is also a part of my sleep stack. Both of those help me quite a bit with sleep quality, and then all of my health supplements. So if you don't have something like this, like even just buy a basic fish tackle box. If you don't have something like that, like you're definitely missing out. It makes life a lot easier versus having to pull out all those pills every morning. So got that all packed, and that's everything supplement wise. Just need to get toiletries in there and a couple other small things. Everything else will end up going in a food bag or into something else. So I will show you guys all the food packing once I start doing that, but I'll wait till later this evening. I'm not sure I have enough time to do that right now. All right, last thing I'm doing before I have to leave is getting my peptides ready. So I went ahead and put AOD in 3 of these, and then AOD and Rea in a 4th, so that I can just take them very easily in the morning. And then I'm bringing my Semax and my D-Sip with me. The D-Sip is really, really solid for sleep. Helps me out a ton with sleep. And the Semax helps me a lot with work and keeping my brain working really well. So I'm going to bring that one. I'm going to leave the Selank because I just don't think I need it, to be completely honest. But these... those need to stay cold. So I have an insulin syringe pack that like diabetics bring when they have to travel with their insulin. So it has a freezer pack in it, and then I can put everything in that. I'm also bringing my L-Carnitine, the bottles in there with some insulin syringes for that, just so I can draw these versus putting a bunch of extra needles in there as well. I don't necessarily want my carnitine to be cold. So yeah, we're gonna put these separate, but that's now in the refrigerator. I've got to leave here in just a little bit to go get Everett, and then when I come back, I'll play with him for a little bit, just kind of hang out and enjoy some time with him. But I've got to get food ready to be packed and go. I have a bag that I can put everything in, so I'll do that next and kind of show you guys how I pack for those trips. Okay, small audible call. I went to go pick up my son, and his mom was already home. Usually it's just his grandmother, and since his mom was there, we just decided that, like, let's just go ahead and let him stay, because it's only going to be a few hours that he'd be with me. So he is already with his mom and grandma, and now I'm going to leave a little early. So what I'm doing right now is making a meal to take with me on the road. I'm making, well, technically 2 meals, because that's what I have left. I'm going to get on the road pretty quickly here soon, so I'm going to make the wrap meal. I'm not hungry yet, or I would just go ahead and eat it now. I'll probably wait a little while, to be honest, to eat. Usually eat at 5. We'll just see how I feel in the next hour. It's almost 4 o'clock now. So we'll do this, make this, get this ready. And instead of Ninja Creamy tonight, which RIP. No, I shouldn't say RIP, because the creamy machine still works just fine. I'll just won't be using it tonight. But I'm just gonna do a protein shake and my rice cakes as I normally would. And take that with me. So I'll go ahead and measure that out now. These rice cake chips, these little they're this size, are freaking phenomenal. These are the caramel ones, and I can't get enough of them. I was obsessed with the dill pickle ones for a while, and they're still really good, but I like the crunchiness of these caramel ones. They're just fantastic. So my this last meal will still be the same exact meal. It's just not going to be in the delicious form of a creamy. It'll just be in the form of a protein shake and those rice crisps. So getting that put in here, letting the pan heat up, getting my wrap made, and then I'll show y'all how I bring all my food in bulk. All right, so I've got this big bag. It is a thermal bag. It's fairly large. I'm just gonna put a couple ice packs in it. I'm gonna take this. This is a really big one from Wolfpack, and drop it down on the bottom. And then chicken goes on top of that. I'm gonna let my rice keep cooling for a little bit. I said I had enough rice earlier, and guess who the fuck was wrong? So that's cooling off right now, so I'll get that in a minute. But then everything else will go in here that needs to be refrigerated. And then here's my ice packs. So I'll just record when I go to put the rice in there. Okay, so rice is gonna go in the bag. I'm actually gonna put rice on the bottom because it's still a little warm, but not too bad. And then I'll put chicken on top of it because it's colder. And then I'll put these freeze packs in on top of the chicken. And then I'll put in the other things that need to go in the food bag, which is gonna be goat cheeses, fruits. I'll bring some fruit with me down there. Goat cheese, wraps. Get some peaches in there for the post-workout. I've got my cream of rice. Peanut butter. And then I believe she already has honey. So I should be fine there. If not, I'll call an Audible. And I'll just add some more oatmeal, which I need to bring oatmeal. Okay, so in this bag, I've got multiple days of rice cooked, chicken, multiple days, goat cheese, wraps, fruit, veggies. Well, fruit. I'm gonna get some veggies when I go down there. I need to eat this fruit because it's gonna go bad if I don't. So that's the only reason I'm taking it. And then anything that doesn't need to be cold is just in a grocery bag. So I've got my rice chips, oatmeal, the dark chocolate chips, and then I'm just bringing the bag of Labrada Hydro with me. So this is everything I have. All of my work stuff is in my book bag, my laptop, my camera stuff. Anything I need for the weekend, I've got in that bag. So this is what it takes to travel and stick to plan. You have to do these things. If you do not do them, you are going to fail. You can make your food just for that day and then immediately go to the grocery store and buy everything you need. I don't want to spend all that extra money right now. I have this food here. Why not eat it? So that's what I'm going to do. Time to pack up the car now and get on the road. It's a 4-ish hour drive, so I'll hopefully be there by like 9:30 with stops and everything. But yeah, it's time to go. I'll see you guys probably tomorrow because I should not record and drive.